Jaguar Wright just dropped a bomb. She claims Diddy has tapes on Jay-Z, the kind that could end careers. And she's exposing them herself while calling out Netflix for trying to steal the footage. You're here because you heard about tapes, blackmail, and Jay-Z in serious trouble. And that's exactly what you're about to get. You'll see what Diddy has been hiding, why 50 Cent avoided mentioning Jay-Z in his Netflix documentary, despite him being there for everything, and the story of Kathy White, who died mysteriously while about to expose Jay-Z. Before diving in, you need 3 facts. First, 50 Cent just released a 4-part Netflix doc called The Reckoning. Everyone's watching, but strangely, Jay-Z barely appears.
Last question. I asked you to do this earlier, but I just want you to do it even more, go detailed. What do you predict will happen next in the future? You know, it's like you see it before it happens.
Kathy White's true killer is going to be unveiled, and it's not a man, and that woman died screaming.
Think about it. Jay-Z and Diddy ruled hip-hop together for decades. Same parties, same clubs, same business deals. So why would 50 Cent almost erase him from the story? Keep that question in mind. Next, Jaguar Wright. She's a singer who's worked in the music industry for years and has been speaking out about what really happens behind the scenes. She was right about Diddy long before anyone believed her. And now she's warning that Jay-Z could be next. Finally, there's Kathy White. Few know her name, but in 2011, she died just as she was about to go public about her relationship with Jay-Z. The timing was suspicious. The cause of death kept changing, and then everyone stopped talking about her.
Now, she was rumored to be Jay-Z's mistress because one night in Las Vegas at Tao nightclub, she was seen with model Claudia Jordan sitting at Jay-Z's table with P. Diddy. It was rumored that the whole entourage was there to see a boxing match, but Beyonce was not in attendance, sweetheart. Just Claudia and Kathy.
Now, let's connect the pieces, starting with Kathy White. She wasn't random. Howard University grad, CEO of her own PR firm, a fitness and beauty expert. Smart, successful, and connected. In 2010, she was spotted at Tao nightclub in Las Vegas, sitting at Jay-Z's table with Diddy and model Claudia Jordan. Beyonce wasn't there. The paparazzi photos exploded online. Rumors had swirled that Kathy was Jay-Z's mistress, but nothing confirmed until now. Initially, Kathy denied knowing Jay-Z, but when confronted with photos, she reconsidered going public. Late August 2011, she tells Jay-Z she wants to share her story. Just days after Beyonce and Jay-Z announced Blue Ivy's pregnancy, Kathy dies suddenly at 28. Healthy, vibrant, gone. The timing is chilling.
Was taken unfairly. She actually died screaming, and the Carters are responsible. But one of them is just a little more responsible than the other. Question is, did Sean Carter delete his mistress, his pregnant mistress?
Now, things get really suspicious. Reports about Kathy White's death don't add up. Some say she called 911 from her West 19th Street apartment, saying she wasn't feeling well, and was taken to Beth Israel Hospital, where she died. Others claim she was found unresponsive at home. The first autopsy said blunt force trauma to the head. The second said a brain aneurysm. No explanation, no details, and no full reports released. Within 24 hours of photos of her and Jay-Z leaking online, her social media vanished. Jaguar Wright is now speaking out, claiming Kathy died screaming, and that the Carters, Jay-Z and Beyonce, are responsible. She even hints one is more responsible than the other. And then she points to another key player, Diddy.
Snitching, he better. But the only thing I'm interested in him talking about is everything he knows about Kathy Coriana White. See, I know you know what happened to Corey, Diddy. I know that. You and Jay-Z down in Vegas at Tao with Claudia.
Jaguar claims Diddy has tapes, footage, and video evidence he's been using to blackmail Jay-Z for years. She even calls him out, saying, "Show them the tape, Diddy. You got it." If true, Diddy has had serious leverage over Jay-Z, explaining why he can't touch him. Jaguar goes further, alleging Diddy knows everything about Kathy White's death. She says he was in Vegas at Town nightclub with Jay-Z and Kathy and dares him to speak up. Rumors say Kathy was pregnant with Jay-Z's child when she died, around the same time Beyoncé announced her pregnancy. Some speculate Beyoncé used a surrogate, possibly to distract the media from Kathy's story. The timing, the secrecy, and the allegations all point to a tangled, shocking web.
Yeah, he was there for so much of it. Because right after the Diddler beat the crap out of Steve Stout, the Jigga Man poked up on Rivera. Not long after that. All of this stuff happened around the same time.
Why do you think Jay-Z wasn't involved in none of this?
Well, I mean, he was involved in a lot of it. You mean, why wasn't he mentioned?
Yeah, mentioned in the documentary at all.
I mean, there was a lot of people that weren't mentioned.
Let's break down the Netflix documentary. 4 episodes, trending at #1, and everyone's watching. But something feels off. Jay-Z barely appears. The series dives into Diddy's career, covering Bad Boy Records, Biggie, Tupac, Cassie, and all the lawsuits. Yet Jay-Z, who was there for nearly everything, is almost erased. Jaguar Wright says major figures like Jay-Z, Stevie J, and Clive Davis barely get screen time, even though they were connected to everything Diddy did. Clive Davis owned 51% of Bad Boy, but he's on screen for just 35 seconds. Stevie J, Diddy's producer, lived at his Star Island house and attended every party. Nowhere in the doc. Jaguar claims the story was shaped to make Diddy look like the only problem in hip-hop. Let's look at what the Netflix doc left out. Kim Porter, Diddy's ex and mother of 3 of his kids, died suddenly in 2018. Officially, it was pneumonia, but many question that. Rumors say she was writing a memoir about her years with Diddy, a tell-all that never got published. The film barely touches her death. Then there's Stevie J, who lived at Diddy's Star Island mansion and was a close associate. Footage shows Lil Rod suing Diddy and French Montana on the yacht, but Stevie J, completely erased. Jaguar Wright notes that while Dawn from Danity Kane speaks on Diddy, Keena, Stevie J's wife, claims she saw nothing. Jaguar says that makes no sense. The documentary shields them, that bringing up Stevie J leads straight back to Jay-Z. Here's what most people don't know. Jaguar Wright claims she has her own tape. She says that for years, she worked around sex workers who wore hidden cameras at private parties with powerful music figures. According to Jaguar, those recordings captured disturbing behavior, and she says she has personally seen the footage. She alleges that Jay-Z and Diddy were involved in drug use and abuse, and that victims were silenced afterward. Jaguar claims everything was protected through NDAs, payouts, and quiet settlements. In her words, the industry has known for years and only pretends to be shocked now that Diddy is caught. She calls it coordinated silence, meant to fool the public while insiders already knew the truth. Jaguar Wright makes a bold claim, and she says it deserves serious attention. According to her, Jay-Z is quietly setting Diddy up. Before calling it crazy, she points to a pattern. She says Jay-Z removes people who block his path. First, Dame Dash. They built Rockefeller together, but when Jay-Z wanted control, Dame was pushed out and left with nothing. Then there's Big L, a Harlem legend who came up with Jay-Z and was later murdered in 1999, with no arrests ever made. She also mentions D. Haven, a close friend from Jay-Z's early days who went to prison and was cut off after his release. Jaguar then goes further, suggesting Jay-Z was allegedly connected to Aaliyah, boarding the plane that crashed in 2001. Her theory is that Aaliyah stood in the way, and after her death, Beyoncé's rise began. To Jaguar, Diddy is just another obstacle, one who knows too much. Let me tell you something that shows just how powerful Jay-Z really is. Jaguar Wright appeared on Piers Morgan's show, and it was a major moment. Piers Morgan has a massive global platform, with millions watching every interview. On live TV, Jaguar didn't hold back. She openly called Jay-Z and Diddy monsters and accused them of doing horrible things for years. claiming the industry has protected them the whole time. The interview aired, clips spread fast, and it started going viral. Then, suddenly, within 24 hours, it vanished. Completely removed. Deleted everywhere. Think about what it takes to erase a public interview from a major network that fast. That level of control doesn't come from nowhere. Now, let's focus on 50 Cent, because Jaguar Wright sees his documentary differently. While 50 claims he made it to expose Diddy and give victims a voice, Jaguar isn't convinced. She says 50 isn't taking down Diddy out of kindness. He wants to clear both Diddy and Jay-Z out of the way to control hip-hop himself. Think about it. The top names in hip-hop are Jay-Z, Diddy, and 50 Cent. If Diddy goes down and Jay-Z gets exposed, 50 is left standing. Jaguar also calls him out on environmental abuse near his Millennium Studios in Shreveport, Louisiana, saying cheap cash decisions are hurting locals. She even sent someone to confront him. The story is dark. Diddy has tapes on Jay-Z. Kathy White was about to expose him. Then she died mysteriously. What's really on those tapes?